Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. So it is officially springtime in my area, and that means that I have started my plant collection for the year. So I was going to do a plant tour for you. Yesterday, me and my sister-in-law went and bought a whole bunch of plants, and I'm so very excited, and I'm going to show you what we got. So just as a quick disclaimer before I show you my plants, I did just buy them yesterday, and I did get them from Walmart and Home Depot, two stores that are not the greatest at taking the best care of their plants. So some of them do look a little puny, a little pitiful, like they just need some TLC, and that's exactly what they need. So this, I hope, doesn't make you think that I'm a bad plant parent by any means. It's just they're new. I got them yesterday, and those stores don't take great care of their plants, so don't come for me in the comments about how bad my plants look right now. So we are going to start with my edible plants. I have quite a few vegetables and herbs that I'm going to show you, and I keep all of these in containers for the time being on my deck because I don't really have a section for a garden in my yard at the moment. I'm hoping to change that very soon, but for right now, all of my vegetables and herbs are in containers. Okay, so this is where the majority of my edible plants are. This is a stacking planter. It has 6 sections, and then it has a drain tray down at the bottom. So let's just go ahead and start with this one. So we've got right here some really lovely rosemary. I actually got this one in the produce section at Kroger, and it's survived pretty well so far. Okay, so over here is my lovely basil plant. I got this one from Home Depot, and so far it has been, doing pretty well with the reviving process. Here is my really sad looking mint plant. I have already taken a lot from this plant because I use mint a lot at home, like in baking and cooking and various other things. So my mint plant is looking a little sorry. I got this one from Kroger, and it wasn't in the best condition when I bought it in the first place, but it's looking pretty puny right now. So let's go ahead and look at the top section of this stacking planter. So last year when I started growing vegetables and herbs and fruit and things of that nature, I found it was super fun to start growing super hot peppers. I don't like super spicy food, but it was still super fun to grow the really hot peppers. So let's go ahead and take a look at my 3 pepper plants here. All right, so this one right here is a red ghost pepper plant. I did have this last year as well, and it did pretty good. I got a few ghost peppers out of it, and it was also super fun to see them sprouting. I got this one yesterday. It doesn't have any little pepper buds on it yet, but hopefully we will have some soon. I got this one from Home Depot. So here's one that I will eat. This is my mammoth jalapeno plant. Again, doesn't have any buds on it yet, but hopefully it will soon. This leaf looks a little sad, but I got this one from Home Depot as well. And last but not least, we have my habanero pepper plant right here. Again, no buds yet. I did just get this yesterday as well from Home Depot. They should be orange, like this color right here. I also grew these last year, and I got quite a few of them. I did not actually eat any of them, but they were still fun to grow. So this beautiful lady right here is my all-star strawberry plant, again by Bonnie Plants, which is most of my vegetables and herbs. This one does have a little strawberry bud on it, and I'm so excited. I also got this one from Home Depot yesterday. So this big thing right here, if you can't tell already by its very obvious leaves, this is kale. I've never tried to grow kale. This is a first for me, and it's already, pretty good, pretty big, pretty green, and I'm really excited to have fresh kale for salads and smoothies and stuff like that. I'm so excited. This looks so good already, and I got this one yesterday. I believe this one came from Home Depot as well. All right, so this plant that has a really small break in the stem that I'm really sad about is my Cajun Bell spicy bell peppers. I grew regular bell peppers last year, but I've never had a spicy bell pepper, so I'm hoping that this plant gives me some really good ones this year. It does have a little bud on it already, a couple of them actually, so hopefully I will have some bell peppers soon. Okay, so another new one this year. This is my pineapple sage plant. I did not have this one last year. It has a really nice fruity, peppery smell. Please ignore the chaos that's happening in the background. Those are my gremlins. So I'm really happy about this one. It looks really good and healthy, and I can't wait to bake with it. All right, so this is another section of my edible plants. This is a super cool deck railing planter that I got at Home Depot. This row right here is Better Boy hybrid tomatoes. I usually like to get heirloom plants, but they didn't really have any good looking heirloom tomatoes at Home Depot yesterday at all. This one right here in the same planter is a cucumber plant, and I am going to move it out of this planter when it gets a little bit bigger. All right, it's kind of hard to see because it's in the shade a little bit right now because of where the sun is, but this is what we call our desert area. These are various types of succulents and cactuses. Some of them belong to my daughters, some of them belong to my sister-in-law. This one belongs to me, and it looks a little well, you know, you can tell. And this one is also mine as well. Those actually are two that I had from last year that survived the winter. I brought them inside, and now they are back out here again for the spring. Keeping with that same theme, we've got another bowl of succulents here. This actually belongs to my sister-in-law. These are just various succulents. I want to say there's like 5 or 6 in here. They're so cute. This bowl is adorable. This bowl came from Walmart, and I think all the succulents did too, actually. So this beautiful red hanging plant right here is my blood leaf. This is one of my favorite plants that I have this year. I got this from Walmart in the outdoor section, and I absolutely love this. I did not have it last year, but I'm so happy that I got it this year. All right, so this orange plant right here, this red plant right here, and this one and this one are all the same type. Oh, and I've got that one and those two as well. We jokingly call them Sims plants because they look like the little like little diamonds that you get over your characters' heads in the Sims game. But I think these are actually called celosias or something along those. It's like Celosia. I'm not entirely sure how to pronounce it, but we just jokingly and lovingly refer to them as Sims plants. This is just another variation of our Sims plant. See my dog in the background? So this is just another variation of our Sims plants. This is not one that we had last year. We had a lot of these last year, and we absolutely fell in love with them. So they were so easy to care for and so beautiful. But we found this one, and this one looks a little Christmassy to me, but I absolutely love it. It is so beautiful. All right, so these are some little pink flowers that my daughter picked out. I can't remember specifically what they are. I want to say maybe dianthus, perhaps, but they are pink. She picked them out because they are pink, and they are really cute. They have these beautiful long stems, and they are perfect for her. All right, so this is a purple heart. It also belongs to my oldest daughter, and it had a little bit of an accident in the car the other day. It fell over, it got a little bit squished, but I am trying desperately to nurse it back to life, and hopefully I can salvage these little hanging leaves. If not, I might just have to cut them off and hope for some new growth. All right, so right here in this little pot we have some two-toned red and orangey yellow marigolds. These are my sister-in-law's, but I love marigolds. I think they're so pretty. We did have some last year that did not survive very long because I accidentally chemically burnt them with plant fertilizer. Yeah, hopefully these survive a little bit longer than the ones last year did. I cannot remember for the life of me what this thing is called. It is a plant that my sister-in-law picked out. It is green on the top side, excuse that truck, and then it is purple on the underside. It is the cutest little plant. It is a full sun plant. I believe we got this at Walmart in their outdoor gardening section, but I think it is so adorable. I got this plant for the sheer fact that it was moss, and I think moss is like the coolest thing ever, and just so cute. This is Irish moss. I am hoping to like put it in like a terrarium eventually, but it's in this nice little pot right now. All right, so here is our last succulent that I forgot to include when we were talking about succulents before. This is also my sister-in-law's succulent, and it's got these tiny little bitty leaves on it and these bright purple stems. I want to say this came from Home Depot as well. So this plant and this plant are both catnip. We have a very mysterious orange fluffy cat that hangs around in our yard that we lovingly refer to as the spirit cat, and I got some catnip put out for it, so hopefully it will hang around more often. Okay, so these are also my daughter's flowers that she picked out. These are some pretty purple petunias that I've got in this lovely hanging pot. I think these also might be petunias actually. These are pink and purple and super dark purple, and they are also in this lovely hanging planter. My daughter also picked these out as well. She loves plants just as much as I do, and we got these from Walmart as well. Both sets of petunias I think came from Walmart. Last but certainly not least is one of mine and my sister-in-law's favorite sections in our deck garden this year. This is a planter that has marigolds and roses. Excuse me, Louise. That has marigolds and roses. This section is dedicated to my husband's grandfather, who unfortunately passed away due to COVID complications back in November. He meant a lot to me and my family, and to my husband especially, and we all miss him and love him very, very much. And this section is dedicated specifically to him because of his love and talent in growing roses every year. So to anybody that has watched my last two videos on my channel, you know that I started a seed starter. I moved them outside because they were getting too big to keep inside and they needed the sun as well. They were at that point. However, unfortunately, there was a really bad storm that came through and we were not home, and it wiped out my entire seed starter that I had moved outside. So all of those plants unfortunately drowned, got blown away. The ones that were left were in horrible, unsalvageable condition, and I was super sad, but I do have a second seed starter inside that I'm going to show you today as well. Okay, so this is my second seed starter that I had that I made from the leftover seeds from the first one that got demolished. This one is also currently on life support right now because, I'm not going to lie, it was tucked away in a room of my house away from my kids that is not accessed very often because it's supposed to be in a dark place for a while, and I forgot about it. So it has not been watered in a hot minute. I just hit it with a quick baby watering can just a moment ago, but yeah, I'm going to try desperately to revive these beans and some of the chamomile and various other things that are planted in there. I don't have high hopes for this, but you know what? I don't know. I just don't know. If you have any suggestions on how I can possibly bring this back to life, please let me know. And last but not least, here are the only two surviving plants from the original seed starter from the My Garden series that I have posted about twice now. I'm not even sure what these are because they got so mangled and thrown around in the storm that the labels are gone, and I don't even know what these are. So if you know what these are, please let me know, because I'm going to desperately try to plant them and salvage them and save them and hopefully grow whatever vegetable it is. I don't know what it is though, but I hope somebody can help me ID this plant. All right, so that is the good, the bad, and the ugly of my plant collection for the year. I hope that these plants do wonderfully and I can update you on some homegrown vegetables and fruits and herbs and flowers and everything else that we've got planted. I hope that I can salvage my dying seed starter, and I hope that the other two from the original seed starter that are left survive. I don't have high hopes for those, but I hope you enjoyed this video anyway. If you have any suggestions on how to revive my life support seed starter over there, please let me know in the comments below. And if you have any idea what those two individual seed starter things are, those plants from the original one, also please let me know, because I really don't know what they are. If there's any plant recommendations that you have, we are always looking to expand our collection. So please recommend some plants for me to go buy. Nothing super expensive because, you know, I'm a stay-at-home mom. I got a budget, so yeah. But I hope you enjoyed this video, and thank you so much for watching. I'm hoping to have maybe weekly updates or bi-weekly updates on all of the plants. So if you enjoy this content, please let me know, and thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.